Okay, this is where we talk. This is our first video of our vacations.
This is a 2015 trip to Oregon, and the major destination was Crater Lake for JC and Alan's wedding.
We started out by landing in Portland and rented a car and went over to the ocean and drove along the coast and headed down the coast. And this was one of the big sand dunes that was close to the coast by where we were eating. This was another view looking down the coast from one of the outlooks that we had. There's Charlotte on the sand dunes. Behind you can see, in this particular area, the sand dunes, or you can kind of see the sand in the hills behind us. Another look at the ocean. It's a lighthouse back in the far corner over there. This was a water duct that had water coming down the mountain. It was actually an acting water duct that brought it down the mountain a ways at one of the places we found.
Made out of wood.
This is a map of Crater Lake, just so you kind of get an idea. And we came in from the north and we stayed at Rim Village. At this particular time in June, the whole park was not open. It was part of the East Rim Trail was closed due to snow.
And these are our grandkids, plus Vera, Walker, Ruby, Owen, and Vera.
And in the background, you can see Victoria Island. This was on a hike that we took up to see Phantom Ship. In a little bit, you'll see Phantom Ship as Ruby tips her hat. This was some of the views along the trail. We went up from the village up to the top of the trail, and here you can see, and then just around the corner, this is Phantom Ship. It kind of looks like a ship that's in Crater Lake. This was Vida Falls. Charlotte and Ruby had hiked to Vida Falls. Here's Ruby and Vera on the edge looking out over the lake with the reflection. Here you can pretty clearly see the reflection of the water. It was really pretty calm most of the time when you could see the reflections of the lake. Some more of the kids. This was the Vida Falls one of the trails, and you can see the kids just in the middle there. And then on the next slide, we kind of zoomed in a little bit, but here you see Walker and Ruby by the falls. Close up of the falls. This was one of the hikes that we took with Alan and JC. They didn't have a lot of time with getting ready for the wedding, but this was one of the times that we got to go on a little hike along Crater Lake. Derek and Andrea were able to make it, and this was a trolley that they had to take people from the lodge to the wedding place. This is me trying to take a selfie. I haven't perfected selfies yet, so you can see I'm concentrating too much. Walker's pretty well content, but you can see in the background. This is the when the wedding vows are taking place, and you can see the wedding. Here's the grandkids as they are dressed up for the wedding. You can tell Owen's excited about being dressed up. Here's JC with Andrea and Derek. Oh, who's these two good-looking people? Oh, there's JC and Alan and Ruby. Oh, my favorite picture, smiling Ruby and Nana. Just before the wedding. Here's another one of the kids in Charlotte. This was after the wedding. After the wedding, we got to take the grandkids back to Nebraska. So we loaded up, and this is they're getting ready to throw snowballs at us before we leave Crater Lake. And they enjoyed in June having a little time to spend in the snow. This was one of the falls that we went to by Portland, so you can see the falls, and this is the kids by the falls, and this is them playing in the water that was down below the falls. This was the name of the falls, which I couldn't remember and probably can't say. And you'll see on the bridge there, that's us right there in the middle, and Charlotte took a picture of us looking down. Oh, there you can see us a little bit better with the boys. To Pasture Head, all the way to the top. And playing underneath in the water that came from the falls. This was the trip home, so we got on a plane, and this was pretty much how the kids were able to get back to Nebraska on the plane by playing the video games. And this was one of the layovers that we had. I think we're in Las Vegas here for that. So this is kind of concludes the trip to Crater Lake that we went on. So.
Pretty. Look at all the different colors. It's almost halfway up.